Hi everyone, happy June. My name is Jill and today I'm going to be talking about Pride Month. Pride Month takes place every June and strives to celebrate the LGBTQ community and raise awareness to shut out homophobia. June was officially declared Pride Month in 2009 by President Obama, but the movement has been around much longer. As a matter of fact, evidence of queer relationships dates back to ancient Rome and Greece times, which is shown throughout many arts and myths. Pride Month is not only a month of celebration, but also a month for activism in hopes that the queer community will become more widely accepted. One of the biggest influences on the movement was Brenda Howard, a bisexual activist who, in the 1960s, began hosting pride parades to celebrate and protest in hopes of giving the queer community equal rights. Her energy spread, drawing more people to the cause, and Pride Month was eventually created and celebrated in honor of her efforts, rooted in protest and progression. Of course, she's not the only activist who has or is fighting for a difference. Important historical advocates include Sylvia Rivera, Harvey Milk, and Del Martin, while more modern activists include Arshan Parsi, Dr. Rachel Levine, and Kelly Robinson. Several celebrities are openly queer or allies, constantly fighting for queer rights. Icons such as Madonna, Cher, Daniel Radcliffe, and Dwayne Wade are fierce allies, alongside Lady Gaga, Elton John, and Elliot Page, as well as many other LGBTQ members, constantly supporting and donating to popular LGBTQ organizations and sticking up for queer friends and family. Keep in mind, I'm barely scraping the surface of celebrities who align with LGBTQ beliefs. Many influencers, celebrities, and politicians use their platforms to share and express their opinions on the matter. This support is extremely important to the LGBTQ cause because these celebrities bring attention to homophobia and introduce their fan bases to charities and organizations to which they and others can donate. Overall, the use of their platforms is incredibly beneficial to the normalization of queer people. Since Brenda Howard's parades and protests, there has been a massive improvement in the acceptance of LGBT members in the United States. However, the fight is nowhere near done. Same-sex relationships are legal in 128 of around 195 countries as of 2026, but only 30 of those allow for same-sex marriages and adoption. Many Middle Eastern and African countries remain anti-LGBTQ, going as far as serving the death penalty to any members. Even in countries where homosexuality is legal, queer people are constantly forced to deal with homophobia in unaccepting societies, being harassed, tortured, and killed solely for who they are and who they love. So, how do we combat this? There are a number of ways that the world can become more accepting of queer people, starting with basic respect. Someone's sexual or gender orientation is none of your concern, nor do they need to explain themselves to you. If a girl tells you she has a girlfriend, react just as if you would if she said she had a boyfriend. If someone tells you they're trans, refer to them how they'd like and move on with your day. Using different pronouns from you or feeling attracted to someone you are not attracted to should not affect you whatsoever. Respect is basic, and you cannot expect respect from someone if you refuse to give them the same respect. Aside from respect, there are many things a person can do if given the opportunity. You can research local LGBTQ-owned and allied businesses to go and support, attend pride parades and protests, donate to organizations, etc. If you want some organizations to look into, here are some fairly popular ones who consistently make a difference. Human Rights Campaign, the Trevor Project, GLAAD, and possibly the biggest organization in the world, the Los Angeles LGBT Center. Now, you don't have to donate money, and a lot of people do not have the money they can spare to donate, but that's why speaking out is just as important. Bringing attention and bringing these up to people who you know can support can make all the difference in the world. Just be active. In order to actually make a change in the world, this needs to be a group effort. You don't need to donate hundreds of dollars to make an effort. All you need is your voice. So go out and celebrate a happy June and Pride Month.